Hi guys, Bud Milligan here. Have you ever wondered what your true money story looks like? Well, today we're breaking down personal financial statements. These are the ultimate tools to find out what your net worth is, to view your cash flow or flow of money, and create a plan for tomorrow. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build your own snapshot in under 10 minutes. A personal financial statement is like a business report for your life, and it has two main parts. You have a balance sheet and you have a cash flow statement. The balance sheet captures everything you own. These are your assets, and it compares them to everything you owe. These are called liabilities. The difference between assets and liabilities is your net worth. Your cash flow statement tracks money coming in. We call this income. And we track that against money going out, or your expenses. And together they reveal where you stand today and how fast you're moving toward your goals, or moving away from your goals. So a mentor of mine once described a client's personal financial life as a business, and I really thought this was a brilliant analogy. So a business makes money, and they use that money to support the employees and the owners. They have to build this financial machine to create this money. When that machine fails, people don't get money. Well, like a business, we make money as a family, as an individual, and we build this financial machine that is either successful or not. Now, successful businesses use their financial statements to measure success. If the balance sheet, when compared to previous balance sheets, shows a consistently repeated declining balance, you may have a problem. If the cash flow has more money going out than coming in, there may be a problem. To work toward a successful life financially, it helps to think like a business and use your personal financial statements to help monitor your progress. So let's talk assets and liabilities. Assets are things like your bank accounts, your checking and savings accounts. Investments are the retirement accounts, your brokerage accounts, real estate that you own as an investment, not your home. And then you have personal property. These are your more valuable personal property items like cars, jewelry, collectibles. And then we have liabilities. So what are liabilities? Your mortgage is a liability. Any rent balances due is a liability. Student loans are a liability. You may have revolving credit like credit card debt. You have car loans and other installment debt. These are all liabilities. So we subtract the liabilities from the assets and boom, you've got your net worth. By itself, it doesn't tell you a lot more than just a snapshot of where you are financially. Do you owe more than you own? If you're young and just getting your life started, a negative figure here is not necessarily a bad thing. That gets us into the subject of good and bad debt. And I have this great live seminar I do on the basics of debt management. So if you would like to know when my next seminar is, shoot me your email and I'll make sure to let you know. What's more telling is what your balance sheet historical trend looks like. It can tell you whether you're building wealth or slipping backward. Here's a pro tip. Update your balance sheet every quarter. You'll catch shifts like paying off a loan or watching your investment accounts grow in real time. Your cash flow statement answers two simple questions. Where does my money come from and where does it go? Your income includes things like salary and wages, any passive income or side hustles you may have, bonuses and dividends. Those types of things are all income. You have two types of expenses. You have fixed costs and variable costs. Your fixed costs are those expenses that you know what that amount is every time it comes up. And these are things like your rent, your insurance, subscriptions. Your variable costs fluctuate every time you incur the costs. And these are things like groceries, dining out at restaurants, and entertainment. Here's another pro tip for you. At the end of each month, subtract your expenses from your income. A positive number means surplus cash for savings or investments. Maybe you can put it toward your goals. A negative number is your wake-up call. It's time to tighten the belt. Net worth and cash flow are best friends, and here's why. Net worth shows your financial health at a point in time. Cash flow shows your financial strength over time. And when you track both, you can spot bad habits like creeping subscription fees. Accelerate debt payoff by redirecting surplus cash. Align your budget with long-term goals like retirement, home ownership, or that dream trip. Ready to build your own statement? All right, here are 3 steps to get started. Number 1, gather all of your statements. Get the last 3 to 6 months at least of your bank, credit card, and loan statements. Number 2, open a simple spreadsheet or use a free template. There are plenty of them out there online. For simplicity, I'm just going to demonstrate the basic information you need to enter, but I'll show you a couple of other free Excel templates you can use, as well as a couple of reports that I often use in financial planning. These should give you an idea of what your personal financial statements should look like once you've completed them. And the third step is to input asset values and debts on one sheet, then list your monthly income and expenses on another. Some income and expenses are once a year, so you'll want to list them that way. A mid-year annual expense may mean you have to adjust your monthly budget depending on how you manage your savings. And here's a tip for you. Color code your positive numbers in green and your negatives in red. Your eye will instantly spot where you need to act. When you have everything entered, a final balance sheet might look something like this. And a final cash flow summary might look like this. Now, these were templates that I've used from Excel, but when I'm working with my clients, a simple balance sheet looks more like this. And in planning, we like to compare historical net worth, so we often use a report that compares historical net worth. And we also want to see what cash flow projections look like. So we don't just look at what your cash flow looks like today in planning. We use this to look at our cash flow and project it out forward. And in this example, I ran it out to the next 5 years. The bottom line is that once you have the data gathered, you can create a balance sheet or net worth statement and a cash flow statement, and these can fit your needs. And there you have it, your blueprint for crafting personal financial statements that actually work. You can use them to monitor your financial health and work toward the financial goals that are meaningful to you. And as a wealth manager and certified financial planner, I create these reports for my planning clients so we can keep a pulse on how successful we are at working toward our financial goals. There are many other tools and techniques that we use in the process, and to find out more about how we do this, reach out to me and schedule a consultation. There's no cost for a consultation, and it can help clarify your personal goals. Simply go to my website at milliganwealth.com. Navigate to the calendar icon on the left of the screen and click it to select a day and time that works best for you. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe for future videos, and don't forget to share it with others. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for our next video. Until then, keep building your wealth one number at a time. I'm Bud Milligan, your financial bud.